everyone, welcome to Storytime. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Miss Sarah. Since we're getting close to Halloween, today we're going to read a book that has to do with a witch. But before we begin, I'd like all of you to get up a little bit closer and we're going to sing our storybook song. For those of you who don't know the words, don't worry. We're going to sing it several times today, so when you feel comfortable, just join along. Cuddle close and have a look, have a look, have a look. Cuddle close and have a look at the pictures in my book. So the book that we're going to read today is called Whoops by Suzi Moore. Now, with a title like that, do you think the witch is going to be very good at her job? Yeah, I don't think so either, because we don't generally say whoops when something goes right, do we? Yeah, we say it when we're making mistakes. Now, who are some of the other characters you think are going to be in this book? Yeah? That's right, there is a dog on here. Anybody know what this is? Not a rat, but very close. It's a mouse. And this is, yes, a cat. All right, one thing to be aware of. At various points in the story, there's going to be a time when the book says, and then the tumble-down house turned around and around. And I would like, when I say, and then the tumble-down house turned, for you to say around and around. And as you say around and around, draw me a circle. Show me what around and around looks like. So let's practice it once before we start the story. Me, and then the tumble-down house turned, you, around and around. Very good. All right, let's get started. Whoops by Suzi Moore. This is the cat who didn't know how to sound like a cat. She couldn't say, what sound does a cat say? That's right, meow. This is the dog who didn't know, who couldn't bow wow. He couldn't say woof. He didn't know how. This is the mouse who tried to speak. She opened her mouth, but she couldn't say squeak. Now, do you guys know what these are? Maybe you've seen them before in some of your books? Yeah, these are called speech bubbles. And the ones you've seen in your books probably have words in them, but these don't. Any idea why that might be? Well, it's because they can't talk. Do you guys know anyone who can't talk? Yeah, that's right. Babies can't talk. And then there are some people who can't talk, but they talk in other ways. Maybe they talk with their hands, maybe they write things, but that isn't the case with these because these are animals. Find the old lady in the tumble-down house, said the owl to the cat and the dog and the mouse. She'll have a spell to make you all well. So they went down the lane and they went through a wood. The mouse would have squeaked if only she could. Where is Mouse? That's right. Yeah, she's right here. She's so tiny next to everything else in the wood. I don't blame her for squeaking. Well, she can't, but you know what I mean. At the heart of the wood was the tumble-down house. So in went the cat and the dog and the mouse. The little old lady, on seeing the three, said, I've heard of your problem. Oh, yes. Goodness me. Let me find a spell to make you all well. Now, there's something a little bit different about this witch. What is it? Yeah, that's right. Her hair is blue. But also look at her glasses. One of them is clear and one of them has a color. As we continue to read the story, I want you to keep an eye on her glasses and her hair, because she's a witch, and that means she's a little bit changeable. Also, look, she has her witchy shoes kicked off, getting comfortable, and what's this? Yeah, she's using pointy things. They're called knitting needles, and she's knitting something. It looks like a pair of stockings like I'm wearing today, but there are 3 legs there. What has 3 legs? Is she knitting it for a spider or something? Oh, no, good point. A spider has 8 legs, not 3. So, who knows? Well, she went to look at her big spell book. She cast a spell, and the whole house shook. The wind blew in, and the rain came down. Then the tumble-down house turned, that's right, around and around. What color is the house right now? That's right, it's purple. And look, her glasses have changed to have a purple lens too. And the cat said, "Cluck," and the dog said, "Quack," and the mouse in a shoe said, "Cock-a-doodle-doo." Did she get the spell right? No, those aren't the right sounds for those animals. And the little old lady said, "Whoops." Now what color are the pages now? Yeah, that's right. They're pink. Maybe it's from the spell. Maybe it's the light from the spell. Oh, silly me. Let's try page 3. That could be the spell to make you all well. Well, she went to look in her big spell book. She cast a spell, and the whole house, that's right, shook. There was a flash, and a crash, and a rumbling sound. Then the tumbled-down house turned around and around. What color is the house right now? That's right, it's blue. And look, her lens is blue here. Look, everything is just flying all over. And the cat said, "Bah!" And the dog said, "Nay!" And the mouse by the shoe said, "Moo, moo, moo." Did she get the spell right? That's right, she didn't. Those aren't the right sounds. And the little old lady said, "Whoops." Oh, good heaven. Shall we try page 7? That should be the spell to make you all well. Do you think her spell is going to work this time? Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see. She went to look at her big spell book. She cast a spell, and the whole house shook. There was a bang and a clang and a thundering sound. Then the tumbled-down house turned, that's right, around and around. What color is the house now? Yep, it's green. And look at the lettering here. It's different. Why do you think that is? Very good. It's showing that these words are different. They're making loud sounds. And look at the lettering on tumbled down house. It's all over the place, up and down. I think it's to show that it's sort of like the house itself. It's ramshackle. It means it's falling down, sort of rickety. And the cat said, "Woof!" And the dog said, "Squeak!" "Meow!" said the mouse when she tried to speak. Or did they get it right this time? Yeah, no, they didn't. But a lot closer. She's making a lot of mistakes, but she keeps trying, and that's what's important. And the little old lady said, "Whoops! Oh, not again. Let's try page 10. That must be the spell to make you all well." Look at her. She's almost fallen over the chair. I hope she's okay. Well, she went to look at her big spell book. She cast a spell, and the whole house, that's right, shook. There was a sparkle and a crackle and a thundering sound. There was a flash and a crash and a rumbling sound. There was a bang and a clang. Look at everything flying all over here. What are some of the things you see? Yeah, very good. The curtains have flown. I think that's her knitting. Is that one of her shoes? Poor animals are trying to get away. What color? Right, orange. Well, then the sky turned brown. The wind blew in. And the rain came down. Then the tumble-down house turned around and around. Look at the lettering here. Looks almost like the words are blowing, doesn't it? And the cat said, meow. And the dog said, woof. And when the mouse tried to speak, she said, squeak, squeak, squeak. And the little old lady said, croak. That's not right, is it? What animal makes a croaking sound? Very good. Toads or frogs make a croaking sound. And she looks a lot like a frog or a toad. She's got more legs than she did before. How many legs does she have? Yeah, let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4. She has 4 legs. That's not what she was supposed to have. And the wise old owl who was watching from a tree looked down with a frown, and he said to the 3, whoops. And thus ends Whoops by Suzi Moore. Thank you all so much for joining me.